Hi, here's my vlog. November 3rd. It's 8:12 in the morning, Sunday. I was up at 6, like where I couldn't even sleep anymore. I slept great last night, but it got to 6 and I couldn't even sleep anymore. And yeah, I kind of got out of bed at like 6:30. I like to try to stay in bed. I shouldn't have though, because I did not want to get up. I mean, I did not want to stay there. If I was like antsy. So yeah, I got up and I had like, it's 8 now. I had breakfast, like this huge bowl of oatmeal and protein powder. The oatmeal I made yesterday and didn't eat. Yeah, I feel really like, I got up today. I feel really bad, like toxic. Maybe I think my diet has been like crap, like just eating candy. My mom gave me a bunch of candy that she got for Halloween, and then I was like, got addicted to it, so I bought a big bag of chocolate. And that, along with not eating right, I don't eat very cleanly. Yeah. But anyway, I didn't upload my video the last couple days. I'm going to do that right now. Upload the videos for the last couple days. I have motivation problems. I'm trying to, get back in shape, and for a really long time I got really far ahead on my website, and I even have a bunch of stuff that I still need to incorporate into it. The last few months that I was working on it, I was using ChatGTP to condense all of the books from history, so I could condense them now. I could continue to put them up. All I have to do is copy and paste them, basically. Okay. Use ChatGPT to condense it, and then also to create the website. It can write HTML. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So, and then there's all these other Google Earth stuff I can put on social media. That'll be like how I'll try to make money. Or the first thing I'll do whenever I start to get going again. But the problem is I'm like, so I can't, unhealthy that, yeah, like my full-time job, because I got far enough ahead on my website, is to, yeah, try to get healthy again. And I'm not even saying try to get back in shape. I'm just saying trying to get healthy. So, yeah, like, yesterday, for a couple days before yesterday, I think I was just stretching all day long. I get into a stretch trance, but then yesterday I rode my bike for an hour and a half inside, but then I stopped because my mom called and wanted me to go over there, and, was that yesterday? Yeah, it was just, they install her new disposal. Yeah, I went over there and I put it in, but then I realized that there was no power cord. So I had to take it out and then like find the other one and take the power cord out of the old one and wire it into the new one. Like when you buy those, they don't come with attached power cords for some reason. You have to like manually wire it in. So I put it back in, and then we hung out, and I came back. But then I went back there again. I came here, and I rode another 40 minutes. So I rode 2 hours and 10 minutes, but I stopped because every single like pedal stroke that I took, I looked up at my knee, and it's actually not nearly as bad now. My mom gave me 4 ibuprofen. I don't know, maybe that helped, but it's way better today than yesterday. But I have this edema because I tried to squat just a little bit the other day, and if I squat 3 sets of 10 at 50 pounds, then I'll have a knee edema for 2 weeks or a week or two. I don't mean squat like parallel squat. I mean like I'm going all the way down. I had like a torn meniscus, and that's what caused it. And I got the torn meniscus from sitting down because I wasn't exercising. So I'm still trying to recover from lack of exercising injuries. But I was looking down at my knee, and I was like, oh man, this can't be good. Because my right knee looks totally different from my left knee, and it even hurt a little bit, and I could feel the pressure, and I just got scared. I was like, I shouldn't ride anymore. Because this injury's been here for like 6 months or longer and not getting better. Really, it doesn't seem like it. So then I started swimming. I was like, let's just swim on my machine. Level 7 on my swim machine. And I noticed right away, because I hadn't, like the last time I think I trained, because actual exercise, because I was like just stretching. Like even today. I got up and I was stretching for like an hour this morning, just over and over again. And I was like, because I swam yesterday, and I made it 1,000 kilometers on level 7, which is like lifting weights. But then I stopped because I realized that I could tell that after the last time I did that, I swam. I lifted weights for like an hour and a half or 2 hours, just blasting my shoulders and my arms, and I wanted to get really like pumped before I even went swimming. I'm a proponent of working out and then doing cardio. So like if you want to ride 5 hours, do a big 5-hour bike ride, like lift weights for an hour first, because the lifting weights won't make you tired for the ride. You know, if you ride 5 hours and then lift weights, that's a different story. But lifting weights and then riding a bike, like, or anything, you know, you'll be okay. But like I had a big day that day. I lifted weights and then I swam 9,750 meters. I was trying to do 10,000 kilometers, or 10,000 meters, 10K, but I ran out of time. It turned to 10, and I can't do it any after 10 because of my neighbors. So I kind of got like, and then the next day, I could feel that my arms were sore. The swimming muscles that you use. I identified the swimming muscles. It's this, I guess it's called the trap, and right in the back part of the trap, right there. That's where it was really sore from the swimming. That's like your main swimming muscle. And, or at least for this part of it, because then when you go down, it's the trap, or it's the lat, but, so I was like, okay, cool, you know, I got to work out. And then I was just stretching my shoulder and everything for a couple of days after that. I got on the swim machine, and I could tell that, like, it took me like almost an hour, like 50 minutes. That was with a bunch of breaks, just to swim. No, it was 26 minutes with a bunch of breaks, just to swim 1,000 meters. And I was doing it, especially on my left side. My right side was okay, but my left side, which is the sore shoulder, like my coordination was way off. And my strength was way, way off. Like, and I could tell that my shoulders were sore. And I was like, are my shoulders sore from that other day? From like days ago? Like they still haven't, like it's 4, it's like 4 days later, I still haven't, or more, I still haven't even gotten rid of the soreness on my muscle. Like that's forever to be, but I guess because it's the first time I totally blasted it. So I kind of stopped, and I was like, fuck it, let's just quit for now and just go to Mom's house, because I need to get something there. I forgot something. And I went back there just to get something, but I couldn't get it. She couldn't find it. So I stayed there, and we were going to watch the beginning of some movie, but we didn't like it. It was like a cheesy movie. So then she paid $20 to see The Apprentice, or the Donald Trump movie. It was really good. After that, we saw Unfit. So we saw 2 Donald Trump things in a row. And then she drove me back. So my bike is at her house because it was dark and I didn't want to ride back because I didn't have a light. But like, yeah, so that's what I did yesterday. It was 2 hours and 10 minutes of riding plus a half hour of swimming. So like 2 hours and 40 minutes is what I did yesterday in terms of exercise. Not including the stretching, because I was over at my mom's house, and she has like a good couch for stretching. There were some things to hold on to. And as I was watching the show, I was like totally stretching the whole time, stretching my shoulder like this, stretching my shoulder like this, because the hip or the socket. See, I've been just sitting around working on my website for like decades, like not exercising at all, like suicidal, just sitting there. And it caused my body, it caused the joints, the ball socket joint around my left hip and my left shoulder to like fuse in place, and all the muscles around it and the fascia around it to like fuse. So it had zero mobility, and it was really sore. And so I've just been trying, when I stretch it out, it like feels sore, which is like a good feeling. And it's actually the same exact feeling as sore muscle, because last night, I can feel my hip right now. Last night, I was in bed, like feeling my shoulder, like, oh my God, that is sore. Like the muscle is sore. It's still sore now. I'm feeling it now. The muscle from the swimming. And I was feeling the soreness, and I was like addicted to just, it's like when you can't stop scratching an itch because it like feels good or something like that. Like it was the same thing. I was here like just poking at my sore muscle, like massaging it. But like, because I'm addicted to it, like the feeling of it, the tenderness of it. And I was like, thinking to myself, that is the same exact soreness feeling that I feel just a couple layers of muscle inside of that same area, inside the ball socket of the soreness, of the like fascia. It's the same feeling, like, so it's like the same kind of addictive feeling of trying to just stretch it out. So I was here watching people talk about fitness, because I haven't been watching fitness videos at all, like nothing. I've only been doing like history and stuff and different things, and so now I'm getting caught up on all of it and just getting into the world. And because getting back in shape, getting healthy and back in shape, like it's not the same as when I was younger. When I was younger, I'd be like, I'm getting in shape, so I'd try to like ride, like that's my sport, let's just ride all the time, get really lean and try to do big bike rides and stuff. But now I'm so wrecked that would make me worse. That'd make it worse. Like it would just turn all of my muscles into knots, and then I would get really tight and lose muscle, and it wouldn't be good. If I'm gonna get in shape now, the best thing to do is to stretch and just to lift weights, so I could reactivate all the different bits and pieces of my body that have been neglected, especially the ones that are really bad off, like my left shoulder socket joint and my left hip, and also my left front part of my leg, the shin muscle. Well, kind of like anger, yeah. So I just like want to stretch, and then like time just zooms by. I could sit here and stretch all day long, and then it become 10. I'm like, shit, what did I do? There's a part of me that's like, dang, dude, like all of a sudden you're not doing anything. But it's like, no, dude, stretching is training, because I am slowly. It's really hard to tell, dude, because it happens so slowly. But I think, yeah, I'm slowly stretching out my hips and my shoulder, because like it still hurts to put my leg like this. Like, that's all I have to do. Just put my foot on my leg and put this out, and it stretches me there. But before, when I would lift my leg up and then move over to squeeze my butt muscle on the ground, it would hurt really bad. And now it's kind of, it's not hurting. It's almost like I don't need to do that movement anymore. And then there's another one, yeah, with my shoulders, I can do a little bit more. So I'm getting a little bit more limber. Yeah, but, so it's just like I'm full-time job. I'm a full-time athlete, but I'm so out of shape and wrecked and unhealthy that all of my full-time athlete time is being spent just sitting around stretching. So what I'm going to do after this video is I'm going to sit and stretch a little bit more, just because I'm so into it. You know, like there's this stretch I like to do where I sit on the front like this and just have my arm up, and that was been getting a little bit better. And just watching random ass videos of people, fitness dudes, talking about stuff. I was watching people talk about steroids. Yeah, I guess people are on steroids. It's yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like, it's like there's two different kinds of athlete now. You know, everything's bifurcated. You can choose to be an athlete who's not as strong and muscular, but you get to live a long time. Or you can be like a total badass with performance-enhancing drugs, but who then dies early. But I haven't heard of any CrossFitters who die of like steroids and stuff, so I don't know. But anyways, just watching that. I can't watch like that much intellectual stuff on YouTube. I'm gonna listen to Aristotle. Aristotle Politics. Try to memorize that book. Just listen to it over and over again. I'll probably get going on that today. So I'm gonna stretch, and then I was thinking about lifting here, but I hang out here enough. And then once I'm done stretching, even if it's for another couple of hours, I don't even care. As long as I don't smoke weed, because my lungs are totally wrecked. Like, my lungs are so wrecked that I can't even think about doing like CrossFit type stuff or any kind of racing thing that would get my heart rate up, because I'd get an asthma attack. So it's because I can't quit smoking weed. Like, I went into my mom's house yesterday twice. And both times I went there, I grabbed weed. I grabbed little buds off of this weed plant that's hanging upside down in her garage that I gave her because I grew it here. I started growing weed here back when I was still working on my site and smoking weed. And then by the time the first plant was ready, I wasn't smoking weed anymore. But I smoked a little bit of it to see just what effect it would have. But yeah, I keep smoking weed. I bought weed $5 the other day for some stupid excuse, and yeah, right now I'm having asthma, so like I have to completely quit smoking weed, and then wait at least a month before I could even think about breathing. So I'm yeah, I'm just yeah, my full-time job is to be an athlete, and I feel super fortunate. Oh yeah, this is the thought that I had last night. I feel super fortunate that I have, you know, I can have the time to just work out all the time, as right now. Hopefully it'll stay like that. And I was like thinking last night, I was like, damn dude, I have the cheat code for athletes, for physical fitness and longevity, like, which is stretching. A lot of people think that the cheat code is performance-enhancing drugs, but you know, I mean, too many people die. Like Carl Weathers, right? He died at 77 last year, and you know, you look at him like a fitness person, you think those people survive, but maybe he was doing. He had died of a heart attack, so maybe it was just from the steroids from before. Because my mom's 82, almost 83, and she was never a fitness person. She was always a fat, out of shape, You know, she smoked cigarettes through her 20s and 30s, or 20s, and likes to drink, is a kind of an alcoholic even until today. Smokes weed, smoked a bunch of weed, like never exercised other than we did a little bit of downhill skiing when I was a kid. But never exercised. I was always overweight. Was 200 pounds at 5'2" until a couple years, like last year. But she's 82 and still going. And there's people who are like fitness and die, and so it's like maybe it's because of those drugs. I don't know. Of heart attacks, you know, because your heart's supposed to be strong from being a fitness person. So like I don't think that, and also it costs money, and I don't believe in spending money on stuff like that. Like there's so many other things to spend money on, you know, like helping the poor, and I don't know, like so like if you're some rich dude on all these performance enhancing drugs, maybe you just your ego is so big, because that's how a lot of these rich people are, that they'd rather just die young and look cool or whatever. But that's actually, I don't think that's the cheat code, dude, because I was watching these videos with talking about performance enhancing drugs, and their bodies go up and down, and then they have to get off the drugs, and it's like, god damn, dude. Like nobody who smokes a bunch of weed could also be on performance enhancing drugs, because you couldn't keep track of all the damn schedule you have to do, man. You drug yourself to death. So no, but I was realizing, dude, the cheat code is stretching. If you're flexible, and on top of that flexibility, everything else is dialed in, and you're fit and strong, like, damn, dude, you're gonna be fit and strong, like, forever. Even until the day you die. Like, you could be, like, 100 years old and running marathons and lifting big weight, you know, and then you die just of old age after that. But the problem is, the downside of that is that when I say stretching, I mean, like I was watching a video of somebody talking, and David Goggins, he's like, yeah, man, I work out all day long, and then I stretch 2 hours every single night. And like Mike Rizzotel, it was on the Mike Rizzotel Renaissance Periodization channel, and Mike Rizzotel is like, damn, dude, what are you doing in those 2 hours? I hope you're listening to like a podcast or something. But, you know, when I first started training, trying to get back in shape last month, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, yeah, we'll work out all day long and then stretch 2 hours a night. And now I'm thinking, fuck that. Stretch freaking 5 hours a day, dude. Stretch 4, 5, 6 hours a day. Like 2 hours isn't even enough. You know, which then, if you're stretching 4 or 5 hours a day, that means you have very limited time to do all the other stuff you're doing, like the lifting weights and the cardio and all that. So basically, if you want to be physically fit, like you have to like not have a job, like it's a full-time job, meaning you have to have money. Meaning, if you want to be physically fit, the only thing that matters is money. So, and then if you want to extrapolate that, if you want to help everybody get physically fit, then personally, I don't even care about talking about training and periodization and science lifting and any of that stuff. None of that, that's all mental masturbation. It's just yapping. I would feel like an idiot talking about that stuff. Because all you have to do, you have to just figure out a formula to reduce the overhead of our economy so that nobody has to work, so that everybody can just stretch and work out all day long. Like, that kind of seems like that's what everybody's trying to get people to do. So to get there, you don't do drugs, you don't do science lifting, you create time for yourself, because it takes time. But how do you do that? Money. So, but how do you do that? You fix the economy. So that's why, like, you know, if my main goal is to get physically fit myself, the thing that I should do is shut down all the schools. Right? You shut down all the schools in America and the world. People save money because we put all that money into that stuff. They use that money to get in shape and to study. They can listen to their podcasts. Then they never had to go to school. So, yeah, like, anyway, so, But it's kind of paradoxical for me because I'm so far behind. You know, I've just been sitting around and still like a statue for at least 10 years. And then I was doing a little bit of window washing, so I was getting a little bit of exercise. And then I was living in my van for like a year and a half, and I was just sitting like a statue then, just in the Starbucks and the libraries. And then before that, I did do a 6-month bike tour, so I got a little bit in shape after that. And then before that, I was lifting a little bit of weights, but mainly sitting around. And then before that, I was sitting around mainly in Chile with a little bit of exercise, riding my bike to school classes and stuff. So I kind of but for the last 10 years, I've just been sitting around. Last 5 years, especially, something like that. Just sitting around like this. And so I have a lot of catch up to do. So the paradox is, you know, I have plenty of time to get in shape, but I lost so much time. I screwed myself so much, up so much it'll take forever just to get like reasonably healthy. Like I feel like shit. Like I had like 10 seconds ago, I had this for like ephemerally, maybe half a second, I felt good, like physically fit, and I remembered what it felt like to feel good. And but I've been trying to get back in shape for like a month or two, and I still feel like shit. So it's just slow going, and I'm still sore in my shoulder and still sore in my hip. So, I mean, I could easily just sit around on my stretch mat and just stretch, like literally all day, like until 10. And not even do many stretches, just the same damn stretch. And, yeah. I mean, and all that stretching, like when I was swimming on the pool, on the swim machine yesterday, like my arm was sore probably from the stretching too and weak. You know, and my mom was trying to make me stop, like I'm overcooking it, but I don't think I am. But it's like stretching out like a super sore. Like if you're 20 years old, you have no idea what I'm talking about, because it takes decades to grow the type of tightness that I'm talking about. Decades of not moving. But you might know what I'm talking about if you go up to some like 85-year-old person or a 75-year-old person and you grab them and you twist their arm around. You'll see how everything around their shoulder is just a big rock hard knot, like rock hard, and they have no mobility. It's kind of like that. And so for me to get like that soreness away from my hip and my shoulder and get a little bit of the mobility back, I could stretch like 5 hours a day. I don't know, for like a year maybe it will take. You know, it'll take forever. So anyway, I love the feeling though. Yeah, I should lift some weights though here a little bit. I wanted to do like 3 sets of 10 of concentration curls at 25 pounds. That's a good thing to do, like frequently, because it only gets your blood up and only takes like a couple of minutes or something. So anyway, that's what I'm up to today. I'm going to stretch here for, I don't know, however long I feel like it, and then whenever I feel like a little bit antsy, like I need exercise, I'm going to go into the gym. I was thinking about working out here, but I don't think I want to. I've been spending enough time here. Go into the gym. It's just across the street, and work out, but just however I feel, you know? Like, I don't have any schedule in my head about getting back in shape, because I need to do everything, you know? So like if I went and got a salad, that would be good for my health, because I don't eat right. If I were to go and stretch, that's just as good. If I were to go bench press, try to run, do any row, swim, lift weights, like anything, it would have like equal benefit to me. So there's like I have no plan throughout the day, so it kind of just like every day kind of melts together like somebody who doesn't have a job. But I'm staying busy, you know, it's not like I'm hanging out. If I smoked weed, I would be wasting time just sitting around smoking weed. It's kind of what I was doing yesterday, twice. So, my mom insists on like letting that thing hang for 2 weeks, but it feels dry to me. I don't know. I think she should ground that thing up and turn it into weed butter, because that's what she did with my other plant. But I've got some other plants. So let me show you how I grow weed. So like, I have a bunch of these seeds that my mom like gave me. Look at all those seeds, all those marijuana seeds. And then there's another Tupperware somewhere around here that's just filled with seeds, like that far up with seeds. So what I do is I just go over here and I throw the seeds into the pot. And then, yeah, the seeds just pop up. They pop up. Check it out over here. We got 3 suckers living large. 3 of those little babies. And then here's my biggie with the big nugget. So this will be, these are turning kind of red. So this will be ready to harvest. Because the leaves are kind of turning yellow. So once the plant kind of dies, I might be giving this thing too much like light or something. I don't know, because the other one kind of died early too. But my mom thinks I should turn down the light. But anyway, when that plant gets ready in like a couple of weeks, I'll cut the leaves off and give it to my mom, not smoke it. I probably will smoke a bud just to see what kind of weed it is, because it's my plant. It's like my little baby. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. I think it's cool to grow weed if you don't smoke it, because you don't have to worry about becoming a drug addict, and then you have a nice plant to make cookies out of every once in a while, and it's a fun thing to do. And it actually is. I think it's good for the smell of the house. You know, like I have plants all over the place. And ferrets, 2 ferrets that poop all over the place. Like I have shit just everywhere on the floor, dude. You know, like my whole apartment has got piles of shit all over that I can't keep up with, because they just poop everywhere. And then my birds poop. And so there can be like, and plus it's winter, so I can't open the windows because it's cold. So there could be like rotten smells around here. So to have a marijuana plant in that thing with the fan on, it's great for and all these plants, it's great for the smell of your house, dude. You know, if only for that. But anyway, that's enough babbling. I'm going to upload my last 3 days of video up to my YouTube, because I stretch so much. There's another thing that happens to my mind too when I stretch, is that my IQ goes down, gets chopped in half. I'm just like, whoa. And I actually say that. I'm like actually like going like, whoa, oh, like that. Yeah, so that's why I like watching this brain candy stuff, because like if I was listening to an audiobook, I wouldn't be able to pay attention to it. It's much better to listen to somebody like a meathead CrossFit or bodybuilder dude being like, yeah man, that guy's on steroids because like he lifted more than me. And that fucking guy, look at the traps. Like that's more along my level of IQ right now. Yeah, anyway, that's enough talking. Talk to you tomorrow.